Hey guys, what's up? It's Lo-Fi here, and welcome to another video. This is day 5 of 7 days of content. Let's start vibrating. No, it didn't. Day 5 of 7 days of content, and today we are going to be reacting to a video, and it's top 10. 10 emerging technologies that will change the world. This is from Techno Junkie, and we're going to be checking it out because I really love technology and this is quite interesting. So, let's get low and let's get started, yeah? Okay, and here we go. My camera is going to be covering a little bit of the video, but that's okay. I'm sure it won't be anything that important. If it is, tough. Deal with it. I might be pausing the video as well because I want to comment. So, here we go. Let me just turn off the music. And let's go.
Today, we're bringing you 10 emerging technologies that will change the world. Better stick around for number 1 to find out how Elon Musk may have plans to turn us all into human robots someday.
So the
What's up, Tech
Neuralink?
Joints, and welcome to another episode of Tech Joint. It really feels like we're already living in the future every day. From 5G connectivity to self-driving cars being more accessible,
That's coronavirus,
innovation is everywhere we look.
Oh crap.
It can sometimes be hard to imagine a world with even more innovation, a future world. What would it look like? What everyday problems would be solved? It's a pretty good bet some technologies like artificial intelligence will be in our lives, playing important roles in the future of humankind.
Oh man.
Other technologies may seem far-fetched, unnecessary, and frankly unattainable. So buckle up and let's take a look at these 10 futuristic technologies that are going to change the world as we know it.
Let's do that.
Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications.
I'm going to be linking the video down below, so
tech.
do check it out.
10. Voice assistants. The little voice in our devices that helped us set an alarm or make a list of reminders has already been a part of our lives for some time now. These tiny men and women in our tech have become a dependable way of getting things done. But what if we told you it's only going
this is actually big true because voice assistants and like Amazon Echoes, Google Dots, they're gonna go somewhere. They're really gonna it won't be long until that's a worldwide phenomenon. I mean, hey, Gary Vee said it, so it's gotta be true, right? No, but really just pay attention to the voice assistant realm. It's gonna get more and more use, and it's the up and comer. I'm curious. Well, this is a good start to the list.
to get better? Think about it. In a few short years, the majority of American households are expected to have at least one form of voice assistants like Amazon Alexa or Apple HomePod in their home. With big popular tech companies,
we don't. Those are really not that much of a thing in Finland. At least no one that I know has a Google Dot or Amazon Alexa or what was the Apple one? The Apple one either. No one. That's not a thing in Finland yet. At least it's not widespread. But in America, it's a different thing. I mean, we don't even have Amazon, so there's that.
Companies glamorizing the technology, it's only going to permeate into our everyday lives even more. Reports are suggesting that in the near future, voice assistants could grow smarter and smarter, eliminating the need for things like laptops and keyboards. Instead, you'll simply speak to a device, and let's say an entire paper is written from your voice. Talk about...
Nah, I don't think that's going to be happening. People love the tactile feel. I mean, we've gone from writing pen to paper or a quill to a parchment. But we've gone from that to typewriters, to computers, to, I mean, sure, that might become a thing, but it's not going to be the dominant thing. A lot of people still prefer writing pen to paper, or at least on a laptop. Nobody that I know of, I'm sure there are people, I'm sure, but none that I know of like to write on tablets, not as a first means, because writing on a touchscreen still sucks ass. Just it's horrible. But dictating, no. Sure, it might become more popular than it is right now, but I mean, I don't see it. Could be wrong though.
Public speaking practice. Number 9. Gene splicing.
Oh yeah.
The cure for debilitating and life-threatening diseases such as cancer is one that is talked about very often. Now imagine a world where curing those diseases can be cured with a simple one-time treatment. CRISPR-Cas9, aka Clustered Regularly Interspaced Short Palindromic Repeats, is a sort of gene splicing technology that works to locate and remove or cut off mutated sections of our DNA.
Yeah.
This technology has the possibilities of permanently eliminating types of genetic diseases from bloodlines, allowing people with these defective genes to bear their own children without fear of passing along their own genetic disease.
But that's going to be a really difficult one. I mean, well, of course, all kinds of big innovations are always difficult, but I mean, when we start messing with DNA, it gets really difficult. I've been talking about this a lot with my parents actually, and we just recently had a conversation about this. So my mother has always been a nurse, and that from there went on to start teaching, a healthcare teacher, I think. And my dad's a surgeon, so we've talked about this plenty because I'm fascinated with tech. They're more on the skeptic side, but not shunning of new technologies. They embrace them, but just like have their doubts, So whenever you start to mess with DNA, like on a molecular level, you have so much room for error that it's going to be really interesting to see how they get through that. Reading a gene is different than modifying it. But I'm not an expert on gene therapy or gene splicing, so surprisingly. So yeah, but that's definitely going to be a big thing. I'm hopeful.
Number 8. Mixed reality.
Yep.
We've
VR,
already experienced
AR.
augmented reality in the form of gaming. This technology allows you to be transported to any setting you want, temporarily changing your visual reality, making your experiences all the more lifelike.
He's doing VR. They're doing
This
VR.
technology is growing more and more popular, with tech giants like Apple pouring millions of dollars into augmented and mixed reality hardware. As far as the future, all rumors point to a world where visual and other sensual realities are made a part of your everyday life.
Yep.
Anywhere from walls that turn into screens like those shown in the old Disney movie Smart House. Whether that freaks you out or not, it's a very true possibility that it's making its way into our lives soon.
I mean, it's already there, and it's just getting more, because when you look at something like the Microsoft HoloLens, if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's super cool. I really want one when they get like in a good enough state that they work properly. It's just like, so in your eyes, you get Windows, you can get your Netflix, you can get your email window, all that open, just like in the movies, like futuristic sci-fi movies. So you can just get like the screen open there, then you just resize it, bring it down. You can have it interact with your world. If you look at the trailers, you can see what I'm talking about. So you have like you have like the body of a bike that doesn't have the gas tanks or anything like that. And then you can try to shape and mold like in a 3D imaging software, like something like Blender. And then you can try it on and you can see how it looks in real time in the real environment. So that kind of stuff is definitely going to be cool. And that's just going to go further. VR and AR, they're definitely not done. They are coming. They're going to go hard. And I want to go, I myself, I want smart glasses. I want those to already be a thing. And there was that one, I think 2 years ago at CES, there was the smart contact lenses, which seems super cool. Improve your vision, yeah, but you can also get a HUD if you want to. I mean, I'm down for that. I'm there. I'm ready to try it out.
Number 7. Regenerative medicine. Even though it sounds like some outlandish possibility typically seen in vampire shows, regeneration is very much a true possibility that's making its way to Western medicine at some point.
Yeah.
Doctors are
Hopefully.
already making custom body parts. We know that. And the way they do this magical procedure is they scrape cells off a body part and grow them into more cells in a petri dish. Eventually, the body part grows tough enough to be implanted inside a patient. Whether this sounds like a medical dream or like some sort of cyborg, Hulk-type human, it'll soon be a way of life at some point.
I mean,
One
medicine
doctor
is
has
just going to be
even
cool.
successfully managed to grow a fresh human ear for transplantation on a mouse's back.
Okay,
Number
that's
6.
that. Wait,
Full-
what? An ear in a mouse's back? That's a, that sounds nasty. But I mean, if it gets the job done, sure. So bad for the mouse, though. Can't imagine that being too good for that one. But regenerative medicine, like growing body parts and like better prosthetics, like robot arms and stuff like that. I mean, they're definitely coming, but I mean, then you get it when you get like the situation where you can cure any disease, you can regrow any organ. I mean, then we start to look at stuff like The Island or Cyborg from DC. Just in general, like the things where dystopian movies where they go too far with it. And I mean, let's wait, because everybody says that there's a lot of people that think that AI is going to take over the world and Skynet's going to be a thing already. When if I try to say, "Hi, how are you? Show me a picture of a car" to Google Assistant, it's going to get 2 words out of that wrong. So we're not quite there yet. And I mean, I just don't think it's a realistic end result. And we shouldn't be that afraid of where we go, but we just need to have like, we need to be ready for the things that come. And just not like retroactive with all the legislation and all of that stuff. Because, I mean, for example, just as a example for legislation being super slow, Finland and content creation in Finland. You know how streamers, you can give donations to most of them? That doesn't work quite that way in Finland, because we still have a law from, I think it was 1920s, that the only entities that are allowed to receive donations are non-profit organizations. A person is not legally allowed to take a donation. And content creation is not a new thing. And we're still going off the law from 1920. Anyway, let's go.
Fully autonomous vehicles.
Yep.
Driving is a way of life that'll definitely will not be going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope.
We all need to get from point A to point B.
Yep.
Car brands like Tesla, GM, and Volvo have all popularized the idea of cars driving themselves. But as of now, it's pretty limited to highways and every 10-second heads-up attention from a real-life driver. But that will all soon change as General Motors announced they plan on releasing a car that has no steering wheel or pedals soon.
That's a bad
This all
idea.
brings us back to the idea of chauffeuring. We all need a taxi or Uber from time to time.
We do.
But soon, those will be driverless and will feel more like you're on a train than a car through the streets.
I have a lot of reservations against fully autonomous vehicles right now. And I know there's a reason why a lot of people have reservations against fully autonomous vehicles. Well, the biggest wrong opinion that you can have is the thought that because if they're 99.99% working, then there's a 0.001% chance of failure. That is not acceptable. Fuck off. Human drivers are not nearly 99.99% effective safe. No. The only reason why autonomous vehicles are worrisome right now are people, because human drivers are definitely not 100% safe, and they're so unpredictable. If you look me in the eye, yeah, 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 look me in the eye, and you tell me that you've never run a red, never sped, I call bullshit. Yeah. So humans breaking the laws are going to be the toughest part for autonomous vehicles. If we could make a shift in like overnight, like that, where all humans never allowed to drive another car again, and everyone's cars would be replaced by autonomous vehicles, we would have no problem. None, except stupid humans fighting against it. Still, I digress. Autonomous vehicles are coming. That's 100% reality. Just try to get them smart enough that they can effectively react to stupid humans. That's the issue.
Number 5. Digital wallets. You've heard of cryptocurrencies,
Well, we're already
the digital
there.
form of money that has been increasingly popularized with the dramatic explosion of Bitcoin, which is worth tens of thousands of dollars for just one coin. But what you haven't heard is that soon enough, they can not only become a bigger part of our lives, but actually be the only form of payment available to us. Maybe countries are hopping on the bandwagon of something called digital wallets, where their citizens live in a cashless society. Whether we like it or not, it's only a matter of time where that is our only form of payment everywhere. Number 4.
I mean, cashless,
Artificial
yeah,
intelligence.
Bitcoin,
This
I'm gonna
one
press
that is
exit
both
out on that.
exciting and terrifying, and a popular topic for many movies where artificial intelligence grows even smarter than humans and eventually takes over the world. But there are some useful hopes for artificial intelligence, anywhere from automated takeout servers, automatic bars, and so much more. It's probably better to assume that artificial intelligence is headed in the direction of mundane things like that, as opposed to robot doctors and lawyers. That would be crazy.
Neuralink, is the surgery's done by robots? Just saying, just saying. And I mean, medical robots would not be that bad of a thing. But AI in general, I love AI. I studied coding, programming a bunch. Never got into AI, but like the YouTube documentary Age of AI, it's great. If you haven't watched it, you should. But AI is super interesting to me, and I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what everything new that we come up with, because the old things we're already doing with it are just world changing. If you have any doubts of what I'm saying, look at that document, then come back to me and tell me you were wrong. I mean, a lot of people have no idea.
Terrifying. Then again, Saudi Arabia has recently given citizenship to the social humanoid robot, Sophia. She became the first ever robot to get citizenship of any country in the world.
I did not know that.
So perhaps it's not that crazy after all. Number 3.
That's weird.
Automation. The biggest tech giants are turning to automation to better serve their audiences and reduce production costs. Whether it be automated warehouse workers to build cars, or even credit card companies using software to detect fraud, there really is no shortage of possibilities for automation, as anything can be automated.
How are you saying automation is an emerging technology that will change the world? Automation already exists. It already existed for a long time. It's just changing form. Yeah, it's just becoming more. It's just becoming better. But it's existed. It's existed for years. It's not an emerging technology. anything can be automated. Yeah, it's gonna.
The higher the degree of automation, the less intervention needs to be performed by humans to control the process. So what will work look like when everything is automated?
Well,
it's either the doomsday view, where humans are rendered obsolete, or the realistic view, where robots do all the bits of work we don't want to, leaving us to lounge around in luxury. Either way,
it's not going to come to the situation where everything is automated. And if you think that there's no work to be done once everything is automated, I mean, the systems themselves need to be worked on. The systems need to be improved. They need to be designed. It's never going to be a situation where everything is automated. Quote me on that.
there's no questioning our working days will experience a radical change.
That is true. Well,
Number 2.
not necessarily working days, but the work itself. Truck drivers are not going to become completely obsolete now that automated vehicles are coming, because those automated vehicles are a long way from being completely autonomous. So having a backup driver, having a truck driver there to make sure it goes fine is vital. Truck driver can just take his hands off a little bit, be more relaxed. You know?
Alive building materials. Can you believe that even the industrial infrastructure of cities and towns could soon face some innovation as well? Scientists have developed a sort of living concrete that is capable of self-healing. It's not actually concrete, but it functions the same exact way. And plus, it's a whole lot more environmentally friendly. Not much is known about the logistics of it all, but it's clear that building structures may be able to fix their own cracks and suck up harmful toxins from the air, and even glow on command, making for some pretty amazing building light shows.
Hold up, you're saying that it's environmentally whole lot better to the environment, and it's like it can heal itself, it's a living material, you can make it glow, but little is known about this substance. Okay. Sure. I'll wait for the next information.
Oh well. It can take decades for scientific breakthroughs to make their way to a job site. But the fact of the matter is that a new generation of materials is coming and are making quite the buzz in construction. Number 1. Internet for everyone.
Well, yeah,
It's crazy for us to imagine living in developed countries that have the internet that half of the world's population is disconnected. Well, that's all soon about to change. Google is trying to remedy this problem by using helium balloons to send internet signals to inaccessible areas. That's even companies planning on launching a whole network of laptop-sized mini-satellites into low Earth orbits to deliver internet to the most remote places of the world. We can expect a future of connection everywhere.
I mean, I'm a bit, I love the internet, but I hate the internet. It's the best and the worst thing. We've never been so connected, but we've never been so alone. It sounds cheesy, but it's so true. Internet for everyone, it's great that the people who want the internet that have not had access to it can get it. But I mean, it comes with its downside as well. For anyone who's, if there's a single person on planet Earth who says the internet is just positives, no negatives, you're uneducated on the internet. I mean, oh man, the thought of that just like made me feel uncomfortable. Let's continue.
Bonus: microchip technology. Microchip technology has already changed the world in more ways than we can count, by allowing us to pack a serious punch of computer power and put it in our hands. But there's still a long way to go for this kind of tech. Elon Musk, for one, has recently unveiled a pig called Gertrude with a coin-sized computer chip in her brain to demonstrate his ambitious plans to create a working brain-to-machine interface called Neuralink. He
There
says
it
it's
is.
kind of like a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires, and has already applied to launch human trials. According to Elon, the interface could allow people with neurological conditions to control phones or computers with their mind. But the long-term ambition is to usher in an age of what Mr. Musk calls superhuman cognition, in part to combat artificial intelligence so powerful, he says it could destroy the human race. And that's a wrap for 10
What?
future technologies that will
What?
change the world.
What are you on about? Okay. Okay. Well, let's rewind that a little bit, okay? If I remember correctly, the idea of Neuralink was not just that. What did he say? A superpowered human consciousness? No, that's well, okay. If he did say that, okay, that's weird. Just imagine having Instagram, imagine having Reddit in your brain. Oh man, that would be horrible. But for some reason he didn't even mention the fact that there was the idea that Neuralink could also help people who have brain damage to like reconnect the things. I'm not gonna. I don't know enough about it that I'm gonna go into it, but there was a lot more than just a Fitbit for your brain. I'm interested in Neuralink. I can't wait to see where it goes. Neuralink is gonna be so interesting. Definitely something to follow. That's the 10 emerging technologies that will change the world. 9 for real, but you know. Let's hop back. Okay, so interesting stuff. I love tech, so this is right up my alley. None of those were surprises to me, except the living material. That was a little strange, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, in any case, that's the video. I'll link it down below so you can check it out. Please do so. Give love to the original creator. Thank you so much for watching my reaction to this. And that's day 5 of 7 days of content done. I'm a big tech guy, so this was super fun for me. And in your opinion, what was the most interesting out of the technologies for you? Let me know. Give that comment section there a little bit of a wake-up call. Yeah? Other than that, remember to hit the like button, do subscribe. It's a big deal for me, and it only takes a second out of you. And thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lo-Fi, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.